And I'm the sister that is in Atlanta, Georgia. That's right. Y'all see this background? I'm at my mama crib. And look, thank God for my amazing, amazing, superior, phenomenal team who is always making it do what it do. So I'm able to travel, still able to share with my family, and I'm able to, of course, be here and still be live and still give you a fresh look. Come on, a fresh whip. I'm able to come in. Look, it's your girl, Pastor Angela Johnson. Of course, I am one sister to another. I'm the show with information, inspiration, and godly revelation heard live right here in the helms of Atlanta, Georgia, with my team, One Sister to Another podcast. I'm here, and y'all, you ain't gonna believe this, but today we are talking Black history. Today we are talking about, look, real talk, Black history. We're talking about Black history. Of course, I am excited because, of course, we get to actually share some of who I call the world's heaviest, the world's best Black entrepreneurs with you all today. And y'all know what I always say. Let me just say this to you all first. Of course, I'm always sponsored by Everything Moves Promoting and Consulting. Vending is my business. I'm the person you may want to call, 630-935-9093. And you want to hook up with me when you don't want, of course, to have a deficit. You don't want your pastor. You don't want your boss. You don't want your event coordinator tripping because you didn't spend all the money. You want to hook up with me, 630-935-9093. Vending is my business. I am the person you may want to consult with when you want to make your event smile, and you want, and of course, you don't want to overdo it on the money. I'm very economical. Somebody look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, economics is where it's going. Listen, I am your girl. I'm Angela Johnson, Pastor Angela Johnson. And of course, I'm here with my team, Tamara Woodard, Jay Woodard, and Trayla Law, and Dakari. And we're here broadcasting on location today in Atlanta, Georgia. And of course, some of my guests are from Atlanta and some are in Portland, but we're all here. My team is in Chicago. Listen, one sister to another, real talk, Black history. Let's talk business. Can we talk entrepreneurs? Can I say that again? Real talk, Black history. Let's talk business. Can we talk entrepreneurs? Look, and so I'm calling the entrepreneur her and entrepreneur him. You all mind if I bring on our guest? And of course, I'm going to introduce our woman first. Of course, her name is Jennifer Houston. I met her in Chicago. Look, I call her cousin because she is my cousin. She is my family. Her mama is my mama. My mama is her mama. That's how that go. Representing homeowners, future homeowners, and commercial clients. Jennifer Houston is your go-to realtor for your real estate needs. Jennifer, of course, is a double diamond. Did y'all hear what I just said? A double Black diamond award-winning associate broker with Palmer House Properties and carries over 18 years of experience doing what she does. So look, it don't matter if you're in Chicago. She from Chicago, but y'all, she is residing in Georgia. I can't tell you exactly where she lives. I'm gonna have to kill you. Anyway, so she's there, right? Okay, so then we got none other than, I call him Che. I used to call him Che because he my baby. He my first baby. As a matter of fact, I'm his first baby. Look, he's my son. He's my firstborn. He taught me how to be a mom. Of course, he is Che Faulkner. He is Che from Congress. Look, I call him the CEO, BEO, EEO. He all of the O's. Of course, he is creative. He's an entrepreneur. He's a strategist. He is, and of course, he's a studio owner. Can I say that again? Creative entrepreneur. I call him entrepreneur him. He's a creative entrepreneur him, strategist and studio owner. His name is Chasten Faulkner. Chasten, wave at the folk. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you the mic in just a minute. Hey, now, y'all, when they told me this, I said, we need to find him. Is he in Georgia? That's all I want to know. Mr. Mark Walker presents Ooh Wee Sweetie. He in the room today, y'all. Ooh wee. Of course, it is a soul food with a twist, not just your average soul food restaurant. Our first location, of course, his first location was in Burnham. Illinois is only carry out, but we like to call it fine dining. He's in the room today. Ooh wee, sweetie, Mr. Mark is here. Can y'all give my doggone entrepreneur hims and entrepreneur her a round of applause? Yay! Listen at this. Of course, they're in. Team, can y'all tell me whether or not we're going to be live on YouTube as well today? Can y'all let me know? Because my parents are upstairs and they want to know. Okay, I got that out of the way. Okay, y'all holla at your girl. Listen, I want to, of course, bring on our guests and let them, of course, listen at this guest. So today, I'm going to kick off with you, Jennifer. Can you share with our audience where you're from and share with our audience today something they do not know about you? And then we're going to go around the room. We're going to go from you and then, of course, to Mark Walker and then, of course, to Chase. Okay?
All righty. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm so honored to be on here this afternoon. And then we're in the same city. We could have been in the same room, but it's all good. Again, I am Jennifer Houston, and something a little bit about me. I am a serial entrepreneur, Angela. And this is what I love, Pastor Ann, is the fact that everything I do, they all go together. I love all things real estate, travel, and finances, right? So I have a background in accounting. I have an accounting degree. Most people may not know that. And so I did that for years. And then we tapped into the travel and vacation industry because guess what? After I share a house, people want to travel. And then some people want their credit restored. So that's what I'm excited about, being a serial entrepreneur. Back to you.
I love it, Jennifer. Go ahead, Mark. Talk to us about who you are. And then, of course, share with us something maybe people don't know about you.
Hey, I'm Mark Walker, owner of Ooh Wee Sweet Tea and Ooh Wee It Is Soul Food Restaurants here in Chicago. First of all, let me just say thank you all for inviting me. I definitely appreciate this honor. It is definitely a pleasure. One thing about our restaurants, we do soul food with the twist. We're not just your regular soul food restaurants where you can just come in and get some turkey and dressing and some baked chicken. Hey, we do lamb chops, shrimp and grits, oxtails and grits, Hennessy wings, patrol wings, pot roast.
Did you say Hennessy wings?
Yes, Hennessy wings. You know, our goal set was to bring the millennials in. We figured we were going to have the seasoned citizens, but we wanted to find a way to bring the millennials in. And I think we have accomplished that, even with a cereal bar where we feature over 100 different types of cereal, hot and cold, 7 different toppings, and 5 different milks at our restaurants.
You did that thing, Mark. Shoot. What? Okay, go ahead, Chase. Go ahead, Chase.
I bet. Yeah. First off, I appreciate this, Mom. You know, being up here with you know, folks I've known my whole life. You know, I'm extremely humbled to be here. Like my mama said, I go by many names, but the name they gave me was Chase and Faulkner. And I go by Chase since I've been an adult, but I'm from Chicago, born and raised. But I've been in Portland for about 13 years now, working primarily in the creative industry. And, you know, again, like she said, I've been a creative entrepreneur, currently a creative strategist, and also I own an art gallery, creative studio in North Portland called Gallery 3903. You know, the main point of being a you know, creative since being, you know, out in Portland on the West Coast was really just to be able to operate a system, you know, to really just bring ideas to the marketplace. And you know, it's been a blessing being able to be out here. And, you know, I didn't necessarily go to school for this, but I educated myself enough to know, you know, as much as I could to be able to help folks and be an advocate for creators. So yeah, back to you.
I'm loving every single bit of all this, of course, because you guys are important to me. And I thought it was pretty important to bring you on and talk Black history as we're ending the month. And it will never end Black history, because here's what I've discovered. I've discovered that when Black folk tap into anything, when we get a hold of anything, they have to look, they try to change the paradigm, they try to change the dynamic of it all, but at the end of the day, when Black folk get a hold of it, y'all can agree with me, you don't have to say amen, because this ain't that type of show all the time. But baby, when we get a hold of it, we gonna wear that thing out, meaning we gonna wear it out to the limitless powers, if we can say it that way. Listen at this. So I want to ask my creatives real quick, what's the hardest part about owning your own business? Of course, Jennifer, we're going to kick off with you and we're going to go around the room.
Awesome. Well, the hardest part for me is getting us to support us. Just being 1,000, getting us to support us. You know that I'm all things travel, real estate, and credit repair. And if you're going on a vacation, why wouldn't you partner with me, right? Or if you know you need to purchase a home and you don't have anybody in your circle to show you how to purchase a home, why wouldn't you call me? If you know you need a commercial building and you know I'm in this industry, why wouldn't you call me? So my biggest thing that I've seen in entrepreneurship is us supporting us. Back to you, Ann.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Go ahead, Mr. Mark, and then Shay. I love it. I love it, Jennifer.
One of the hardest things I find is that staffing, a constant turnover on staffing. Right now I actually have 72 employees. And, that's just in the restaurant. That has nothing to do with the multiple tea stands that I have in major malls, but just a great turnover on staffing. I think ever since COVID has hit, it's so many jobs available out here now, but people really just don't want to work. I think it's the right thing to say, I want a job. It's the wrong thing to say, I don't want to work. And so they don't mind, especially in the restaurant field, they don't mind quitting, leaving a job because they know that there's so many other opportunities out here for them. Or they might even choose just to go on Instagram and cook and sell plates. That's fine for them as well. And so you just got to try to find some balance. And so one of the things that we have done is we create a family atmosphere in our establishments. We have some different programs that we no longer require you to have great customer service. We want you to have great integrity. And so we continue to do classes, make sure they volunteer. We just do some really cool things to keep the staff that we do got that are important to us. We make sure that we do the necessary things to keep them along the way and on the right road.
This is absolutely amazing. I don't want y'all to think that your answers are too long. They're not, but of course, the show is an hour, but you all are sharing some really good information with our folks. Listen at this. Chasten, same thing for you. What's the hardest part about owning your own business? And you can go ahead and tell us about your humble beginnings as well.
Shoot straight to the point. The hardest thing for me personally, also the hardest thing I've seen other colleagues, is really just getting out of our own way and applying the necessary amount of discipline to like doing the things that you didn't necessarily think you signed up for. The labor part is easy, but it's really just the operations of a business that the nuances of it that sort of get in the way of one's creativity sometimes. But the right amount of discipline, all of those problems sort of move out the way. Is just that part. And also really just the overarching concept of like entrepreneurship as a whole. It's like you got to own your labor, and that's a hard concept for some people to like realize. Like it's really just as soon as you own your labor and you set the price according to the marketplace, you're in a good spot. Like you just gotta press through.
Mm-hmm. I think that Chasten, I'm right on. You're right on. All of you guys are right on with what you're saying. Listen at this. So, of course, I want y'all to just share with us, and whoever goes first goes first. I want you all to share with us, of course, how did you necessarily even become an entrepreneur? Did you always know that you had, because I think an entrepreneur has to be a person who leads. And so did you always know that this is what you wanted to do? And hey, do you want to keep doing it? Maybe I should ask y'all that too.
I'll start off. It's funny because when I was a little girl, I was always told I was bossy. And then if my dad is watching, I'm sure he'll say it right now as an adult, I'm bossy. So guess what? It's called leadership. I know how to take action and move. And some people call it bossy. Some people call it something else. But I know I'm at my office right now and it says, I'm not bossy, I'm the boss. So it was in me. It was in me through, from younghood. So I can remember when I was in high school, I wanted to sell things. I wanted to work in the hair salon, even as a young girl. And then now, fast forward, I'm still doing my passion, which is real estate, which is travel. I just took that accounting degree and made it do what it do on entrepreneurship side. So I'm so passionate about what I do. And that's what keeps me going. It's my passion. My passion. Yeah.
I do think, guys, I think that you'll probably share as well. Jennifer, I think that that is, of course, head on. You have to have a passion for what you are doing. Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
All right. For me, you know, entrepreneurship has been in my family. I am a preacher's kid. My mom, the late Reverend Maxine Walker, she was always an entrepreneur. I tell people all the time, I'm an entrepreneur at the end of the day. But it definitely has been born inside of me. And I just understand that nobody hires you to take over their company. You can go into any business, and as soon as you put on the application that I want to have a company like this, I'm assured that they're not going to hire you at the end of the day for that particular position. And so I just think that it behooves all of us to find some type of side hustle, something to get over, because I promise you, punching a clock will not get it. It is not going to leave any generational wealth for you and your children as you continue to go. So I encourage anybody that's up under the sound of my voice is to find you a legitimate hustle, start your own business some way, somehow. I don't care what it is. And any young person that's listening, you're not too young to start a business at all. You don't need the perfect credit score. You don't need the educational background to start somewhere. I'm afraid of the people who won't start nothing. I always tell people that failure is the price tag to success. It's not until you have truly failed that you have truly succeeded in life. So I encourage somebody to just start something, start somewhere.
Love it. Go ahead, Che.
Would you mind asking the question one more time?
Oh, absolutely. I said, what is it like being a black? Is that what I asked y'all? What is it like being a black? What I asked? What was the question? Doggone it.
It was more focused on, like, entrepreneurs having to be leaders.
What is it like being a black? How did you know? I said my question was, y'all gotta help me. Come on here. How did you know that you wanted to be a entrepreneur?
I think first off, the leadership point, obviously being the oldest of a house full of kids, you sort of like fall in.
Why you acting like it was a lot of kids in our house?
I'm messing with you, but you sort of fall into situations where, like, people are looking to you to, like, make the best call, so I think growing up, naturally, at the end of the day, people look to me to, like, make a call or to, like, move in a direction. And once I found myself in a professional setting in the military, again, it was like a natural motif in my life. Like, hey man, people are, like, looking to you to make a call. So once I got in the creative industry, like, I again noticed that sort of followed me. It's not that I was looking to be a leader. It's not that I was, letting my ego, like, tell me that I should be in charge. It was really just a natural progression. And once I understood the industry, I felt like I could help people more by doing it on my own and being able to control the pace of contracts, to control the pace of or control the curation of staff, teams, team makeups, and, like, diversify supplier bases. I think that's really where it got to the point where, like, it's not that I want to be in charge. I just want to be able to, like, create a little bit more. And the only way I can do this is as an entrepreneur.
You know what? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chad.
All good. I found myself in a place where, even with the gallery, that, I'm actually more of service than I am in leadership. Like, I offer space for folks to come and create things. And it just gives me a chance to just kind of be in the backseat a bit and just offer knowledge and not necessarily active leadership, if you will.
Oh, this is absolutely amazing. Listen at this. One of the things I want to ask each one of you all, and you can come up with how you're going to answer it. Of course, they say that success is tied to a lot of years of failure, and I believe, Mark, you said it best. And so I want you all to talk to us and talk to the folks that are watching today about at least one or two of your own failures. They say success is tied to a lot of years of failure. Do you agree? Go ahead, Jennifer, kick it off.
So I don't know that I would pinpoint it to say that it's failure, because failure is not an option in my household. So you know who I live with, Roger Houston, right? So
This is
so
good.
for me, the reason why I haven't had any failure, because I don't stay on my back long. If I fall down, I bounce back up and I go and try something else. Quitting is not an option, right? And so when I look at the type of businesses I chose to be a part of, I can't fail, because guess what? I don't have staff. I don't have people that I'm responsible for. I'm mentoring now because that's my passion, with real estate, because I've done it for so long by myself. And now I'm finding my fulfillment in sharing it with other new agents, experienced agents. And so failures that, they come across, I know how to tell them how to bounce back, because I share with them failure is not an option. And so
Mm.
I chose the companies to partner with, like Plan Net Marketing for travel. Guess what? We have residual bills. I need residual income. I'm gonna be 55 in a couple of weeks, and I can't keep working this hard, right? So when I do something one time, I want to keep getting paid over and over. So that's why I chose Plan Net Marketing to partner with them, because I know we can do some things with the travel industry. And then when I got with Debt Cleanse, I knew that I could get financial freedom and have residual income, do something one time, and then keep getting paid years and years, even be able to leave it to my nieces and nephews. Guess what? Because they have a platform already set up where licensed attorneys are doing all the work for their credit repair, for their financial freedom. And then last but not least, I partner with the best broker, HomeSmart, right? Where we are real estate made easy. So I laugh when you said, Jennifer, tell me your brand. My brand is Jennifer Houston. You see that? I am my own brand. So so when it comes to failure is not an option in our house, but I know how to diversify my income, because we got, like I said, residual bills. We need residual income. Back to you.
So of course, Jennifer, and you are, man, you hitting it out the park. All of y'all are. So gentlemen, I want y'all to chime in with us, please, and tell us what your spin is on. Is it failure? Is it no? It ain't failure. What it is I made a oopsie and I got to redo this thing. Talk to us about, is failure even an option in your own households with your being entrepreneurs, and how do you bounce back every single time? Because I'm sure both of you all of you all are going to be able to shed some light on how it's happened in some form. Maybe we could call it something else. I'm a word of faith sister, as Jennifer is too. But what would you call it? Come on, talk to us. Failure, success. How do you?
I call it in between blessings.
Okay.
Well, to be honest with you, I agree with Jennifer. It's hard to call it a failure, especially in moments where you weren't prepared to take on the challenge. So most of these snafus or lessons, right? Like we like to call them, are truly that. Like they should, you should look at these moments and just say, yeah, I wasn't prepared because of this, that, and the third. Let me go ahead and tighten up for the next move, but not shy away from it. Like I think that's what we lose focus, is like we'll take a L, we'll take a lesson, and we won't touch that situation again, which isn't really the correct play. But I think in my case, there was a moment where I got introduced to the idea of having to compete for work. And in my industry is extremely competitive, even though it's very passive. And I was working with a company who was handling a lot of fabrication for me, right? And they knew that I didn't have the infrastructure to handle any fabrication at all. And the scope was large, and it was with a major media company. And we were cool. Everything was fine. What I messed up was I didn't have the proper paperwork in store that would protect me from them taking my business. Right. And what ended up happening was they ended up taking my business. So I saw it for what it was.
That's good, Chase.
Obviously had way more infrastructure, way more opportunity, way more budget to even go after this client. I had to understand that those were the rules of engagement. Without the proper, master service agreements, without the proper scopes of work, I can't say nothing. I'm just Chase, and in this, 2-person outfit compared to this, 90-person company. So yeah, it was definitely a lesson. But it also like gave me a chance to understand like what verticals I need to touch in this business and what I need to just kind of leave alone.
And don't worry, we're going to come back in just a minute. We're going to come back and we're going to ask you guys what it is you do. We know we heard from Jennifer, but I want to hear if there's some more to that. I want to hear Mr. Mark. Come on, Mark, talk to us about success. How do you necessarily gauge your success, your failures? How does that necessarily go with you?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and be the devil's advocate here. I don't think that there's no right or wrong answer.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, because I tell people what works for you, it is for you. What God got for you, it is for you.
Come on, yeah.
At the end of the day, I definitely failure for me. It's not an option, of course. At the end of the day, however, I think failure is only failure if you give up. If but it's okay to fail. Just don't stay in your own mess. You got to get up. You got to try it all over again. I failed so many different times. I failed the 12th grade. I tell people that all the time. You talking to somebody who graduated at the top of his GED class. It was me and the teacher in the class, and I got a GED. And now, years later, I own 10 different businesses and employ 72 people. And so it just was not an option for me to stay in my own mess. I tried plenty of projects, plenty of ideas, but you never know when one is going to hit. You just got to keep on working at it. And sometimes that's one of the things that we do is just give up. There is no giving up in business. It is not. You have to keep on keeping on. And if you can just remember one thing, I think that'll help a lot of people. Pay yourself first.
He's covering his mic.
Mark, cover your mic. Come on, man.
Okay.
We couldn't hear nothing you said, so start again.
Yeah, just make sure, if anything I can tell somebody is to make sure you pay yourself first in business. I hate to hear people say that, there's no money being made. I didn't even get paid. No, nobody wants to work for free. So if you don't want to fail, make sure that you get paid, and make sure you get paid real good. You figure out what you worth, and then you work that around that. So make sure that you just don't fail. Don't fail yourself. At the end of the day.
Wow. So, Mark, and that's look, that's head on at the end of the day. Listen at this. I want you all to say we're not having any breaks today, because it's what we're talking about today is so important. Of course, I'm loving this. Our young workers need to be taught that there's more to working than getting a paycheck, the purpose of and for their position. So it's more important. There's more to the thing than just getting a paycheck. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Did Mark just say ain't no right and wrong answers? That's only if that's important to you. I hate to tell y'all, some young people feel like, hey, and I'm in the aviation field, right? And that's not my business. My business OneSister2Another LLC courier. But at the end of the day, some people just don't care because it's not their business. But I want y'all to tell me something, my entrepreneur her and entrepreneur hims today. I want y'all to tell me a little bit about what it is you do. Chasen, I want to start with you. Chasen, you've worked with some of the heavy hitters. I want you to share with us some of what you've done, and then we're going to go around the room. I want people to hear what it is you do, and then tell us, how can people get in touch with you if they need your services?
Yeah. As simple as put, I'm a creative producer, executive producer. And what I do from a production standpoint is I organize creative, whether it be for content, so commercials, digital, social media content, retail. So there's a lot of I used to do a lot of retail build outs for Nike and Jordan back in the day. I've done some sculpture work, like sculpture production for Instagram out in the Bay Area. I've done some event builds for Facebook. So yeah, like from anything from digital to real life, experiential or event based. Yeah, I'm the guy to make it happen on a large scale. But also when it comes to business operations, A lot of the work that I've been getting lately are, you know, internal companies that bring me in to organize their creative team to sort of operate at a higher clip and be able to sort of explore new verticals and new design methods and tools. So yeah.
Did you is it safe to say, Chasten, that you've had some dealings with Star Wars at some point?
Yeah, I did the last Star Wars movie they had. I did like a big experience on Hollywood and Highland in Los Angeles for that movie. Yep.
And then you could come back later and tell us about. Didn't you design a shoebox, a gym shoe box?
I didn't design. I don't design. I managed the team. But yeah, it was a few of them for Kevin Durant, LeBron.
Hey,
it was a few boxes that we did.
Y'all, whenever he come to Chicago, he leave gym shoes for his baby brother. Come on, Jennifer, give us, and then Chasten, I'll come back to you and ask you, how can people get in touch with you if they need your services? Now, y'all, these ain't no little tickets. These some big tickets. And I always say, if you want folk to treat you like you worth something, treat you like you worth something. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Yeah, just like what the young man, I forgot his name, that owns the restaurant.
Mark.
I put Mark. I appreciate him saying that, because I share that with my mentees all the time. You got to have a value per hour for yourself. And I set mine at $1,500. Now it may be low to somebody else, it's high to somebody else, but it reminds me when I'm on the phone with that $1,500 clock running, after 15 minutes, let's get to the point. But it's not that I'm not going to help someone, but I value my time. And so what I do, Pastor Ann, I have a partnership with PlanNet Marketing. It's a travel company where we have a product, which is being a travel agent. Now, I don't have to book travel for people because it's so automated. So then all I have to do, if you say you want to go somewhere, I put it in the system. We find you the best deal. I don't have to do all of that. It's hands off. And then I'm also a part of a company called Debt Cleanse, right? Debt Cleanse, if I'm already in real estate, right? So I'm going to tell you about those accomplishments with my real estate, but I added these other two because it goes hand in hand with my real estate. And so Debt Cleanse, I'm excited about that because it's a way for people to speak with attorneys in an affordable way so that they can get these things off of their credit. They can go out here and have the attorneys sue for wrongful things on their credit. I can't do it. I don't have the time to do it, but the company has a system. See, I'm real big on systems, and all I have to do when a client comes to me, and if they can't get approved for a house, I put them in that funnel, and then they go to Debt Cleanse. And so with my real estate, 18 years, I've sold celebrities' homes. I've closed on Sky Zones before, the jumpy place, because I do commercial and residential, escapologies. I've done deals with people who are looking for doctor's offices. And then one of my brokers tried to term me as the church lady because I've sold plenty of churches and I know how to get in there and talk to the board. I've listed and sold churches. So I'm passionate about my industry, real estate, and I help people around the world. And because we've been bought out by HomeSmart, we have over 26,000 agents around the world. I specialize in making sure I partner with the right brand so that it can get Jennifer Houston rolling. And so now I can help people all around the world, not just Georgia. So that was huge for me. Our company was bought out by HomeSmart, and I'm taking it to a whole nother level. So I've done so many different deals with people. I specialize in holding first-time home buyers' hands. I've helped people become investors. I show them how to do it the right way. You hear all these different classes out here, and 9 times out of 10, the person didn't even invest in a house. They know how to get the information, but then they didn't apply it. So I've helped people build homes from ground up. I have all kinds of information. And then I want to end with the fact that I do something in Buckhead in Atlanta, Georgia. Every month, I do what's called the Buckhead Meetup. And I have all the agents around Atlanta, even someone drove up from North Carolina, because they know my passion. They know my heart. I love giving back. And I have different speakers every month. Hint, hint, Pastor Ann going to be one of those speakers one of those months. So I'm excited. And then now that I know what Chase does, oh man, it's over. I'm going to have to bring them in Atlanta, but I'm going to have security for you, okay? I'm going to DM about you.
That's wild.
Y'all gotta know that's
And
God.
then
Mark,
OVT, you got to come to Atlanta.
we gotta come on up in there. Is the one over there making all that noise? Anyway, Mark, I want you, Mark, share with us same situation. Talk to us. And then I want you all, Jennifer kind of shared a little bit about her platform, but I need each one of you all to share how they get in touch with you. Go ahead, Mark.
All right. So for me, you all know I started out my brand in 2014, actually selling sweet tea. I started out in a little restaurant, Harold's Chicken, here in Chicago. The first year, I established a tea stand inside that location, and the first year, I sold 286,000 cups of tea in that restaurant. Got on Shark Tank, sold about 23 franchises. And I didn't start my own restaurant business until about 2.5 years ago when COVID hit. I had to pivot. I had to change. I had to switch up. They had shut down all the malls, and so I had to find a way to make ends meet. And I started with the restaurant. And so I say all that to say now that here it is, employ over 72 people in the restaurant business, employ 47 people in the tea stand business. And so my whole thing is trying to bring some value to the community, trying to bring jobs, trying to make a change in the communities that we constantly serve. And at the same time, make some money for my kids, some generational wealth. And so I can get somewhere and sit down and don't have to work as hard and get some residual income. So far, so good. I have some franchises out here. And so that is doing just that for me. So I'm encouraged every day to continue to do the same thing that I'm doing, praying to God that I continue to do what's right with what He's blessing me with. This favor is off the chain. And so my main thing is I want to help some people. I hear people saying all the time it's lonely at the top. I definitely believe it is, because you never help nobody to get up there. So now that you up there, you don't know nobody. And so I don't want that to be my definition of my life. And so I'm going to make a change when it comes down to that. And if anybody want to follow me, you can always follow us at oohweeitis.org is our website. We on Instagram under the same name, Ooh We It Is, or Ooh We Sweet Tea. You can find us as well. We're on all social media platforms. And I promise you, you can Google my name, my cell phone number, come up. Please give us a call. We would love to chat with you, love to help you, love to employ you. Whatever it is, we can do it.
Tell us this, Brother Mark. Tell us this real quick. Ooh We, is it Ooh We It Is? Is that the name of your business? Mark? Brother Mark. Okay, so we're gonna move on, y'all. Somebody text Brother Mark and tell him I said come back in, pull his volume up. Che, we want to know, Mark, you back in, Mark? Okay, hey Che, tell me something. How did you come up? I'm gonna ask everybody. How did you come up with the name of your business, Chasten? And then I want to go around.
So the first one, Congress, obviously, is the street we all grew up on. Me, you, and my father, and his family. But more so when I thought to like go out on my own as an independent creator, I wanted to pick a name that had that sort of legacy tie, but meant something. And the whole point of Congress is a body of people who create rules or create laws. And I think that initially like my idea for Congress was just like, me curating a group of folks who can create new laws and creative. For one, when I was first when I first started, I was the one Black person out of 90 employees at a creative agency. And I knew that obviously like I was gonna have to like be a part of some level of change, right? So it's the first thing I thought of. It's like, if I'm gonna put together a group of people, work with some folks, work with other independent creatives, like we're gonna be a solid, tight-knit group that can create some change in this industry. And luckily after 6 years of like being freelance, independent, while taking some roles, I've been able to, like, you know, put a hefty group of creative resources nationwide to make some really cool stuff happen. So I feel like I set out to do something. I'm in the process of doing it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Jennifer, what?
You know,
Go ahead, Chad.
Our gallery is Gallery 3903. It's, you know, a central part of like the Mississippi area in Portland. I just thought that, like, you know, calling it G3903 would be something that, you know, everyone in the neighborhood would be able to just kind of gravitate to.
And y'all, when you go to his house, you know, and I can't give out that address because Jennifer, his auntie Jennifer, gonna have to shoot y'all. But when you go to his house, every part of this boy, of this young man's house, I could sit and do a podcast. Anyway, Brother Mark, are you back with me, Brother Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Brother Mark? Brother Mark, say something.
Yeah.
Okay, Brother Mark, can you tell us how you came up with the name? And I need you to be still, Brother Mark. I need you to tell it because I can't see you right now. Brother Mark, how did you come up with the name Ooh Wee Sweet Tea, or Ooh Wee It Is? We can't see you right now.
The customers came up with the name.
We don't see you, Brother Mark. Okay, now we can see you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Customers came up?
Yeah, the customers came up with the name. It was either damn or ooh wee. And so I figured I wasn't no Caucasian, so I had to go with the politically correct, and I went with ooh wee.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! How do we get it? Okay, we'll come back around. Sister, Jennifer, tell us about, how did you come up with your name?
Okay, so first of all, you know, I'm married to a entrepreneur king. So Roderick Houston, when we'll be celebrating 25 years of marriage this year. And so we started off with Proverbs Hair Salon. And then I came up with Proverbs Realty. So that's my website, Proverbs Realty, REALTY.com. That's for real estate. And then we have some other LLCs that we do, you know, non-for-profit, some other things that we do. And then my ultimate brand is Jennifer Houston. My mama and my daddy named me. So that's why I have my name, because I have multiple things that I do. So I'm excited about that. But they can reach me on, my nieces got me on, my family got me on TikTok. I'm out there in these TikTok streets at 55. Okay, so I'm Jennifer Houston everywhere, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you go. And so I love my platform because it's my platform. And so I share all kinds of things. If you go to my Facebook page, I just showed where I was twerking back in the 80s before twerking was twerking, right? So I put that video up there. Then I put, you know, different things to keep people laughing. People are they're going through so much. So I want my Facebook to be interactive. And when they meet me in person, it is what it is. It's no fabrication. It's no fake. And so you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jennifer Houston. One of the handles is Jennifer Houston Broker. So again, I saw that someone had a question about HomeSmart. Make sure you DM me. I want to share all of that information about that brand, but that's how you can reach me. And I definitely want you all to stay in touch because I have some exciting things coming up. And like I said, if you want me to announce my event, it's going to be coming up this coming Sunday. Yes. And so I would love for people that are in the Atlanta area to come out and hear the one and only Mr. Roderick Houston. I call him the Les Brown of today. He's going to relate to the new generation, the old generation, any generation, right? And so that's his mentor, Mr. Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, and John C. Maxwell. So my husband is going to be the keynote speaker. And we're also going to be talking about the platform of making sure you get your book set up correctly. So I have an accountant there to just help the agents out. And so that's my passion, to give back. It's a free event, but you must go to Eventbrite in order to attend. Back to you, Ann. Thank you for
Oh my goodness. But Jennifer, I'm loving this. Listen at this. So y'all know the clock is ticking right now, but I do not want to leave this show today, One Sister to Another, without asking this question. And so the question is going to be kind of twofold, y'all. But I want y'all to do two things for me, Mark, Chasten, and also Jennifer. I want y'all to tell me what's been your own experience owning a Black business, and how would you encourage the next generation Talk to us about that. Let that be your finding. Take about 2-3 minutes, each one of y'all, and talk about that. What's been your own experience as a Black business owner, and what will be your encouragement to the next generation? And you can share some disparities too, because I believe at the end of the day, my concerns have always been is that it's almost like if the Caucasian is doing it, we backing it. 1,000, even some of us Black folk, we gon' and maybe the reason why we're honoring and we're backing that Caucasian person is because in our own backyard, when I say I'm gonna do something, no point intended. When I say I'm gonna do something, I don't give you what I say I'm gonna give you. My integrity and my character is sometimes whacked. And so I'm wondering, go ahead and talk to us just a little bit about that. What is it like being a Black-owned entrepreneur, a Black business owner right now? And what encouragement would you give to that next generation?
Yes.
And they want to know about HomeSmart, Jennifer. Somebody wants to know the information about getting with HomeSmart, just so you know.
DM me and we can talk about HomeSmart for sure. And so the first thing people say when you speak about Black, oh, are you racist or are you prejudiced? No, I love all God's people, right? I don't see color, right? But right now, today, I see color because I am Black. That's who I am. I can't change that. But what I will say is the company that we partner with, Plan Net Marketing, it is Black owned. The companies that we partner with, because I don't pick and choose, where I go or what have you, but I make sure I find out what is ownership like. The HomeSmart brand is not Black owned, but he loves people. He loves helping people. And he said he's going to have, his tagline is real estate made easy. Too many people are complicating everything and they want to go all overboard about, just selling real estate. And so with me having my own Black owned business, I want to encourage you, if you haven't started, research, go out there and talk to other people. You can DM me. I can introduce you to thousands of people to get you on the right track. I love putting people together. My husband and I, we call ourselves connectors, right? Because we're going to connect the dots for you. And so when you are looking to start a business and you happen to be Black, you're going to have to take some extra steps. You're going to have to give legendary customer service. You're going to have to treat your fellow African-American people with some respect. I respect all mankind, but sometimes I just don't get it. I'm mentoring right now. And guess what? I teach the mentees in real estate that you got to serve people. If I meet a young man and I know he has a wife, whether I was single or married, guess what? I talk to the wife. I talk to the girlfriend. I talk to the sister. But if he's single, I talk to him. It's a way you carry yourself. And when you're handling business, we don't have to go out here and make our outer appearance our only thing that we focus on. We got to give some customer service. We got to talk to people. We got to respect one another. If I come to your establishment and I just spent $500, put my receipt in my hand. Don't just throw my receipt on the counter. We got to go the extra mile, ladies and gentlemen. And my people in my circle, we got to treat each other better. Listen, don't call me and ask me 15,000 questions about real estate and then invite me to your housewarming. It's called disrespectful. Okay. And so I want you all to learn to patronize one another. And instead of talking about that person, go ahead and give them some positive feedback.
My God.
I don't like that you put my change on the counter. Next time, can you put it in my hand? What if it was somebody else? Would you have treated them like that? Why did you leave the door open in my establishment? When you go to another salon, you wouldn't leave your door open. So I'm just saying to everyone that's looking to be an entrepreneur, respect yourself, and then you respect others and be patient with one another. Why do we go to social media and blast out a restaurant because they had one bad situation? If I ate at the restaurant and it was delicious, I'm going to give a review. And even if there was an issue, I'm going to go to the owner or I'm going to go to the manager. But let's not be quick to badmouth people out there, because guess what? You're sowing seeds. And
that's so true.
Come back around. So I'm always the one. I'm proactive versus reactive, and I'm gonna always support my people.
Oh my God. Come on, Trey. Come on, and I'm gonna come back around to you, Jennifer. We're gonna ask for your social media handles in just a bit. Go ahead, Chasten. Go ahead.
So my experience as a Black entrepreneur, I mean, think initially I didn't have an idea that I was going to be an entrepreneur, but I think being Black in an industry where there weren't a lot of people like me, but we were selling essentially like, selling content and products to people that look like me. I thought that, it gave me a weird like feeling like internally.
Absolutely.
I think at a certain point, it just got to, like I said before, like I took the advice of, legendary Black economist Claude Anderson, and thought that like if I was gonna be an entrepreneur, one, I had to figure out what it is that I'm gonna do, or what am I good at, and what am I going to do, and how am I going to get paid for it? And I just had to understand that like I wasn't going to make something. I wasn't going to like, draw anything and sell art. Like I had to just control the fact that I knew how to manage projects, right? Like I got to control my labor. Like if I'm going to put a ticket on, I'm going to put a number on, like Jennifer said, like I'm going to put a cost for my time,
Absolutely.
my know-how and my knowledge, and be able to just like move through life through that, and at the end of the day, one thing I would advise all of us, and my man said, under the sound of my voice, the strongest commodity that you'll have in business is discipline. You know what I'm saying? And like,
come on here.
And once you understand that like the peaks and valleys are a part of this whole thing, like the peaks and valleys are so much of a piece of this thing, that like if you get discouraged, just know that you got to wake up and do what you know is right every single day. The money gonna come, like the money's gonna come, the love will come, the admiration will come, like all of that stuff. But the focus needs to be on doing better every single day. And it goes back to like having respect, right? Like if you're a disciplined person, it's easy for you to respect other people, because you know that they probably trying their best to do better every day also. But in business, even more so, no one owes you anything. We don't owe nobody nothing, and no one owes us anything. Wow. So like at the end of the day, if you like set out to market yourself as a person, you need to show up as that person. Like you need to show up and be who you say you are. But the last point I'm going to say about just like being in business for yourself, and it goes back to my man's, point about paying yourself. That takes a few different iterations, right? Paying yourself can be investing in yourself and building your knowledge bank. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom came here and she was like, I got all these books. It's like, man, I don't read books cover to cover. Like I read to get info, make myself better, and go and apply it. If you're not putting on money, you're not training yourself, you're not like exploring new opportunities, not paying bread to go to this conference and talk to these people and get in the rooms and create opportunities for yourself, you're going to be stagnant, and you will complain a lot more about who don't support you because you're not supporting yourself. You know what I mean? You got a business to say you got a business, and you wasting people's time. You know what I'm saying? So just be disciplined and invest in yourself and like do the work, because everyone isn't built to be in leadership. Everyone isn't built to be in entrepreneurship. Just let's be clear on that. But if you got it, make sure you keep it,
Okay. Chasten, both of you guys, powerful. Come on, Mark, bring it to a head, and then we're going to go. I need y'all media platform information. Go ahead, Brother Mark.
Well, I just want to say entrepreneurship for me is so important, just to be able to own and operate your own. And so I'm learning so much today from Chase and from Jennifer. And so I'm so encouraged that here is two people that are in different states, and I can yet learn from them. We're talking about two different age groups at the end of the day. That's encouraging for me when you're talking about entrepreneurship. I think Chase hit it right on the nail when he said investing into yourself. It doesn't have to be monetary. It can be attending conferences. It can be educating yourself on your particular business, trying to stay one step ahead of the game. So I am so thankful for this opportunity, because I promise you, I've learned so much just within this last hour with their own businesses at the end of the day. But being able to have a business inside the community where I was raised, where I grew up, my second business was in the Chatham neighborhood where I grew up. And so for that, being an African American and being able to place that business back in the community that I grew up in, believe me, it's heartfelt when young folks come up to me and it's like, man, you really own this at the end of the day. And so I'm trying to assure them that they too can do the same thing, or they can do it even better than me. And so I know that it is my duty to show and tell not only younger folks, but also the seasoned citizens that I'm here for them. And so that encouragement alone helps me and encourages me every single day as being an entrepreneur, being an African American, and being a young Black man to be able to do this in this magnitude at this time in life with so many businesses crumbling. And so I'm just grateful at the end of the day. I truly am.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I am so with you, Brother Mark, about just learning and being. I'm gonna tell you all something maybe that you didn't know about me. My son Chase, and I kind of hit him up one. I'll never forget this. And I said, Che, I need you to help me brand. Da, da, da. He was so hard. He was so hard, y'all. I fired myself. But look at what God did. He pushed me out there with Tamara and Jay Woodard. And when I tell y'all, I'm crying. Y'all don't know, but Tamara ain't no joke when y'all get through. Listen at this. I want to bring them back, and I want them to share with us, of course, their platforms. But I want to say this. One of the things I heard them say is invest in yourself. Another thing, peaks and valleys, man, look, cause yourself to do better. Hey, how about this? Brother Chase, I'll never forget this, but he said what his mama always said, that's this right here. You need to show up on purpose and in your purpose. I ain't trying to preach, but it is in me, right? Show up on purpose and in your purpose. Make sure, as Brother Mark, Jennifer, and Chasten says, and that's this, have integrity. Be integral. Come on here. Show up with great character. Invest in your own self. Come on here. Show up on purpose and in your purpose. Look, and then make sure that when you say you're going to do something, this is what I hear entrepreneur her and entrepreneur him say today. When you tell people you're going to do something, Black folk, do it. Come on, Jennifer, and give us your social media platform so we can get in touch with you and have you come and do our leadership conferences for us on any level. Come on, talk to us. And then I'm going to go around the room.
Okay, real quick, Jennifer Houston, like I said, any social media platform, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything. But I wanted to share this because Chase really pierced my heart when I tell you in a good way, when he said invest in yourself. I have a unfair advantage living with my husband, who is a trainer, coach, and mentor. And I'm putting together, Mark, a free conference every month, right? My husband is going to be talking about this coming Sunday, a profile of success. He specializes in personal development, transformational coaching, corporate training. He has studied, Chase. He has read. He has put in time. I watch him, and I'm giving a free conference in Atlanta, and it should be a packed room. But when I do other things that piques interest to people, people run because they're chasing something. But my husband is uncut. I can't wait. I'm going to make sure some kind of way, Chase, you can zoom in on that since you're so far away, because he's going to bless the people on next Sunday. We chose live, Mark, because we've gotten away from being in person. I want to bring us back together. Everybody think, oh, I could just get on the phone and do that conference. So again, I'm going to be obedient. Jennifer Houston on all social media platforms, but I wanted to share my passion, which is my husband promoting his business, Peak Performance Development Group.
And so what's your email and phone number, Jennifer, so they can get in touch with you and invite you?
My phone number is 404-348 7900. Just call me, text me. I will pick up. But remember, I want to talk to you. But guess what? $1,500 an hour, I'll talk to anybody. But when you start going 15 minutes, then I give you 15 minutes free. That's the best I can do with my schedule. I will bless you in that 15
She is
minutes.
so serious.
I'm passionate about helping my people. That free 15 minutes, you're going to walk away with a whole nother business. So all I'm saying is, you call someone like a Mark or a Chase or Pastor or someone that you know has a schedule and they have a wealth of information, respect their time, and they can bless you better, because that's what I'm all about. I have mentees and I give them my undivided attention. I can't even put a dollar amount on when I'm pouring back into mentees, because I get in another zone. Because if I see you taking what I taught you and you can be $1 million producer like I am, I'm a multi-million-dollar producer in real estate. And if I can give you 15 minutes worth of nuggets and you apply it and you go out there and make $1 million, I'm so excited. My job.
Lady Reborn said, knowledge is power. Come on, Chasten, and give us your social media platform as well. And how can they get in touch with you to bring you in, Chasten, virtually or fly you in, so you can talk to people about branding them and about, about what you offer? Go ahead.
Yeah, you can. I mean, the easiest way is to look me up on Instagram. You can follow me, Chase, CHXSE. You can follow my, take a look at my work with my Congress.studio page on Instagram, and also gallery.3903 is my art gallery creative studio. And email is really just chase@congress.studio. You can shoot me a note. I can send you back a portfolio and we can go from there.
So you answer your DMs? You know you don't be answering all the DMs, because some of them girls don't be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, because my DM blowing up.
About Che. Come on, brother Mark, talk to us. How can we get in touch with you? Your platforms. How can we get you to come and talk to us via business, about business?
All right, so that's OOWEE. OOWEE, that's 3-letter O's, OOOHWEE, ITIS. OOWEEITIS.org is the website, or OOWESweetTea.com. You can find me there. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, just about any and everything. Contact phone number is 773-934-3438. Again, it's 773-934-3438 is the number. And so anytime you need to reach us, we are available. Just Google OOWEE, and I promise you, you're going to have all of our direct contact.
Wow. Can I say thank you to Jennifer? Thank you to my son, my firstborn, Che. Thank you. I'm so proud of my son. Y'all just don't even know. I ain't going to tear up, but I'm very proud of that young man. Jennifer, I love you, love you. Brother Mark, you are our family now. I'm telling you now, look, anybody that come to my mama's house and eat gumbo, you want us. Listen, we're getting ready to go, but I got to tell y'all something before we go. I got a small business, huh? OneSister2Another LLC courier. And look, I don't have to tell people that I'm out there preaching, talking, doing all that. So you can hook up with me, OneSister2Another PR@gmail.com. Of course, it's OneSister2Another PR@gmail.com. Get in touch with, of course, Tamara Woodard, and she will, of course, let you all know if my schedule will allow me to come in. Also, I wrote a book. I'm the executive publisher of my first book, of course. It's called Gone Girl, 31-Day Mass of Devotional. 22 women brought their selves. Look, I was able to bring them together, and they were able to talk about their resilience, their victory, and I am popping up all over the globe talking about my why. And so I want you all to make sure that you are connecting with us. OneSister, the number 2. PR, did I say that? OneSister, the number 2, ANOTHERPR@gmail.com. Also, Gone Girl 31-Day Mass of Devotional book read is kicking off March 15th. The chapter is going to be broken, but not shattered. All you need to do is connect with me, 630-935-9093. 630-935-9093. You need a book. And if you want the book signed, I can send it to you. But if you don't want the book signed, guess what? I'm on Barnes & Noble. We're on Target. We're on Walmart. We're Million Books, Amazon.com. Upload us as an e, and you can get us that way. But look, I thank you all for honoring our Black businesses. Thank you, Chase, again. Thank you, Jennifer, again. Thank you, of course, Mr. Mark. We love you all. Thank you to my team, Tamara Woodard, my executive producer, who is also transitioning into my co-host, and Jay Woodard, my chief engineer, executive producer, and also Trailer Law, my young creative. I thank y'all so much for being here today. One sister to another with a show with information, inspiration, and godly revelation. Of course, we are out here because today is a gift from God. What you do today is your gift back to him. We'll see you next week in Portland.